Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is unquestionably one of the most anticipated monster movies in the history of cinema. And the release of the second trailer has taken the hype and excitement for this movie among fans to a whole new level. The trailer blew me away with its larger-than-life action sequences, gorgeous visuals and lovely locations. From a personal standpoint, having been a huge fan of the Showa era of kaiju movies, the trailer was nothing short of a dream for me. However, the trailer combined with the ending of the recently concluded Monarch TV series, has managed to raise several questions about the future of the Monsterverse going forward. That is exactly what I am going to analyze and discuss in this video in detail. So, sit back, relax and enjoy. Before starting however, I am just going to request you to spend 1 second of your time to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel because that is the only thing that motivates me to keep working harder and to bring you more such awesome contents. Okay, with that, let us dive right into the main topic of this video. One of the most talked about subjects is Godzilla's new evolved look, which unfortunately also has been a huge subject of criticism and debate among a section of Monsterverse fans. They seem to believe that the new looks is kind of childish and goofy in comparison to his original looks. A lot of people also want to know if this look is permanent or if he might be going back to his original form at the end of the movie. Well, first of all, let me make it clear that whether you like it or not, the Big G is in fact not going back to his original looks. This change of appearance is definitely not like the burning Godzilla version from King of the Monsters. The way his new look has been marketed, I can confidently say that this will be his permanent look going forward. And unlike his previous appearance, where his dorsal plates would glow up only when he is about to use his atomic breath, his new look is going to be completely different. The pink color of his dorsal plates, the lines over his head as well as the slight changes on the tip of his tail is going to remain the same even if he is not actively using his atomic breath. As you can see here, even when he is not charged up, we can see that the tip of his dorsal plates and his tail still maintain their pinkish magenta color, which I personally think looks quite awesome. I think it is quite reminiscent of the Millennium era of the character, which by the way is still my favorite iteration. His face with these new distinct lines combined with his bright glowing eyes makes him look much more menacing and dragon-like. I also like the new spiky tips at the end of his forearm and the little modifications at the tip of his tail. Overall, as I said, I well and truly prefer this new design over his original one, unlike majority of fans. The next big question running on the minds of several fans is how did the Queen of the Monsters Mothra manage to come back to life after we all saw her die at the end of Godzilla King of the Monsters? For those who are new on my channel, let me inform you that Mothra is confirmed to make her return in this movie. This is now officially confirmed courtesy of the second official trailer, where in one of the shots, we get to see a blurry look at the Queen of the Monsters in Gia's eyes. Those who have followed the Toho kaiju movies would be well aware of the fact that Mothra actually never dies and she technically represents the eternal cycle of death and rebirth. Let me inform you that Mothra has a very unique ability where she can pass off her memories and emotions stored in her brain to her offsprings. So, it is possible that Mothra might have given birth to an offspring before her death in King of the Monsters, which is how she would eventually come back to life in Godzilla x Kong. The next big question that I want to address today is something which has been asked by many of my viewers ever since the release of the second trailer. A lot of people want to know the real story behind this particular look of the Big G, which almost gives us the feeling that his body is generating some sort of electrical energy. To explain this, we have to consider another very important piece of information that has come to light courtesy of a few very reliable sources. Godzilla x Kong is said to feature the cameo of a certain titan known as Tiamat, who is basically a giant oversized serpentine sea monster who has the ability to feed on and absorb energy from electricity. Interestingly, Tiamat also has the ability to discharge the same at such high temperatures that can literally boil and evaporate an entire ocean. It is rumored that Godzilla is going to have a fight against Tiamat at some point in the movie, and he goes on to defeat and kill the oversized serpentine. It is said that after the Big G defeats Tiamat, he absorbs all the electrical energy stored in its body, making him more powerful in the process. So, I think this particular shot that we see in Gia's vision, as well as this scene where we see the Big G descending into the ocean, takes place right after his battle with Tiamat. Now at this point, I am going to warn my viewers that the next couple of points may cover some major potential spoilers from the movie. So, I request anyone who does not wish to get spoiled to leave the video. For those still watching, let us get back to the main subject of the video once again. The next point I want to address in the video is related to probably the biggest mystery and selling point of the movie. Yes, you are right. I am talking about none other than the father of all Titans, Shimo himself. Although we did not get a definitive look at Shimo at any point during the trailer, but we luckily did get a couple of blurry shots which revealed a ton of interesting details about the character. For those who are new on my channel, let me tell you that Shimo is called the father of all Titans because according to several reports, he is believed to be the very first Titan who was the reason behind the creation of the Hollow Earth itself. He is also believed to be the ancestor of every single Titan within the Monsterverse. Shimo is also believed to be responsible for causing the first Ice Age using his frostbite, which we in fact did get to see in this particular shot from the trailer. In this frame, we get to see an overhead look where Shimo seems to be fighting Godzilla. What is so interesting about this shot is that, it gives us an idea of how massive Shimo actually is. You can clearly see the size difference between the Big G and Shimo, which is astonishing to say the least. I believe Legendary Studios definitely has big plans for Shimo, and this movie is not going to be just a one-off appearance for him. I say this because people are already showing huge interest in the character despite the fact that we do not even have a proper first look, as well as the fact that this character is fully created and owned by Legendary Studios, unlike Godzilla or Mothra, whose rights have been purchased by Legendary Studios from Toho. So, with Shimo, they can be a lot more flexible and do whatever they want without having to worry anything about copyright issues. However, let me tell you that Godzilla is not going anywhere and he is always going to be the poster boy of the Monsterverse. However, in order to expand into a major cinematic universe, the franchise needs a few more iconic Titans in their roster apart from just Godzilla and Kong. So, I believe the Monsterverse is going to greatly benefit from the introduction of a Titan like Shimo, who has managed to fully capture the attention of fans despite the fact that we do not even have a proper look at the character. The next point which I want to address is something which actually has a lot of fans worried. One of the most adorable aspects from both the trailers is this cute little guy over here called Suko. The character was first introduced in this adorable and wholesome scene where Kong seems to get ready for battle with a rather scary-looking Titan coming out from the shadows. However, as it turns out, it was actually this cute little adorable gentleman. In the second trailer, however, we actually get to see a lot more of Suko. We see him as part of the group of apes from the Hollow Earth Temple where we see the first encounter between Skar King and Kong. We also get to see a bit of his aggressive side, which you can currently see on your screens. However, the most interesting and hilarious sequence was when we see Skar King trying to attack Suko, which pisses off Kong so much that he literally knocks out one of Skar King's teeth. This indicates the kind of bond and love that Kong is going to develop for Suko through the course of the movie. It actually gives more credibility and fuel to fire to the rumors that we might be getting a Son of Kong movie which would feature Suko as the main protagonist. However, there is another section of fans who seem to believe that Kong might end up dying at the end of the movie at the hands of Shimo. This would allow and lead to Suko to become the new Kong of the Monsterverse. Well, let me get this straight right away that these rumors are totally utter garbage which has no credibility whatsoever. The possibility of Kong dying at the end of the movie is almost as much as witnessing Godzilla using a gun on the big screen. Kong is literally the most profitable and money-making character within the Monsterverse, which is evident from the fact that Kong Skull Island is still the highest-grossing Monsterverse movie at the worldwide box office. So, killing off Kong would be the most dumb and stupid idea made by any movie franchise in the history of humankind. So, with that, I come to the end of this video. I hope you liked and enjoyed hearing about all these new details. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.